Suspects wanted.
So hopefully cameras in that area should be able to pick these guys up.
After an explosion took place on an iconic campus, tragedy strikes at a festival.
Someone didn't do something right, that's for sure.
Leaving 2 girls flown to a hospital. And taking a look inside.
This is what we live, breathe, eat, and sleep.
The Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Adrian Diaz-Alejo.
And I'm Dylan Pizet. Today is Monday, November 3rd, 2025.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
President Trump sitting for a special interview with CBS after a year of troubling lawsuits. Yesterday, President Trump returned to the CBS program 60 Minutes after filing a lawsuit last year over a pre-election interview with 2024 Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris.
CNN's Reed Binion gives the highlights from the interview.
In his first CBS 60 Minutes interview since 2020, President Trump fielded questions on topics from tariffs to immigration to the government shutdown, which now threatens to become the longest shutdown in U.S. history.
Democrats' fault.
As for Democratic lawmakers' demand that Affordable Care Act subsidies be extended before reopening the government, Trump stood firm by his position.
Obamacare is terrible, and we can fix it with the Democrats. All they have to do is let the country open, and we'll fix it.
On immigration, the president was asked if the methods used by ICE have gone too far.
I think they haven't gone far enough because we've been held back by the judges, by the liberal judges that were put in by Biden and by Obama.
Trump also addressed the upcoming Supreme Court oral arguments on whether his tariff policy is legal.
I think it's the most important subject discussed by the Supreme Court in 100 years.
The president asked what happens to his economic plan if the high court rules against him on tariffs.
I think our country will be immeasurably hurt. I think our economy will go to hell.
The wide-ranging interview also covered topics including cost of living, foreign policy challenges, and concerns about the possible use of the military to combat crime in American cities. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
International tensions rise this morning after the U.S. carried out another military strike on alleged drug traffickers at sea. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth announced on social media that the strike occurred in the Caribbean Saturday by order of President Trump. Hegseth says 3 people were killed on board, calling them narco-terrorists. International leaders have questioned the legality of these strikes.
In addition to that, more international tensions rise as President Trump warned of possible action in Nigeria, claiming that the Nigerian government is killing Christians. The president made the announcement on social media, calling Nigeria a disgraced country, and that if their government does not stop the alleged attacks, the U.S. will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria.
Outrage and the demand for justice rises as protesters gather up after the killing of their mayor. Residents of the state of Michoacan, Mexico, took to the streets and attended the funeral for Mayor Carlos Manzo yesterday. The mayor was shot the Saturday night. Protesters repeatedly called for justice for Manzo and claimed that he was killed by Morena, the state's governor.
One of the nation's most prestigious schools is conducting an investigation after its medical school endured what they're calling an intentional explosion. WCVB's Danae Bucci gives us an insight into what actions authorities are taking.
The FBI has been on campus here for much of the day collecting evidence, and that explosion happened in a building just behind this alleyway.
It was really loud. I couldn't believe how loud it was.
Joey Awad was asleep in his apartment when a loud explosion woke him up just before 3.
And then like 5-10 minutes later, I heard a second one. It was hard to fall back asleep.
He's shocked to hear the explosion appears to be intentionally set and happened inside Harvard Medical School's Goldenson building.
We're going to investigate the area a little bit further.
Harvard University identifying these 2 people as the suspects behind the explosions.
They do have some markings on them, so hopefully cameras in that area should be able to pick these guys up.
Officers say they saw these 2 people leaving the scene as they were arriving. When officers got into the building to investigate, they determined the explosions happened on the 4th floor.
This happened at 3 o'clock in the morning. There were no students there, and why were they there at that time in the morning? How did they get access to the building?
Thankfully, no one was injured.
That would be terrible if somebody got hurt. I can't even imagine.
Officials say officers did a sweep of the building checking for additional devices, but say none were found. People living and going to school in the area are shocked by the brazen incident.
I didn't think that would ever happen. I don't know, this is my second year going to school in Boston. I've never heard of anything happening like that.
The Harvard University Police Department is investigating this along with other state, local, and federal agencies. In Boston, Danae Bucci, WCVB News Center 5.
2 girls are recovering today from injuries they got when they were thrown off a Ferris wheel. The girls were injured at a harvest festival near Baton Rouge, Louisiana, when the cart they were riding got stuck and the girls were thrown out about 15 feet to the ground.
It should not have stuck like that. They had a major malfunction. Someone didn't do something right, that's for sure.
The girls were immediately rushed to the hospital. The state's fire marshal continues to investigate the cause of the scene. The Ferris wheel and slide next to it remain closed while the investigation continues.
A disturbing incident on a popular trail has left neighbors on edge. The victim's quick actions were key in the investigation. WCCO's Adam Duxter has the story.
The details of the case against 21-year-old Tristan Loritz are hard to read. Charges say he watched a 51-year-old woman walk this popular Vadnais Heights trail Tuesday evening before using his 6'8", 250-pound frame to tackle her from behind and violently sexually assault her for upwards of 20 minutes.
You can't find a case that rattles the community more than a criminal sexual conduct with a stranger. Everybody stops what we're doing and we focus on one thing, and that is to find justice for this victim and bring this perpetrator into custody.
Ramsey County Under Sheriff Jeff Ramaker says that team was more than 30 people who credit the survivor for her strength and bravery, knocking off her attacker's glasses and throwing them into the grass. Those glasses turned out to be the critical clue as the BCA stepped in and raced to get DNA results in near record time.
And this ended up being a team of 5 people that had to work on this pretty much full time to be able to get to this result in less than 24 hours.
That result pinpointed Loritz, and his missing glasses tipped off his family.
So that was a key component to get the family member to say, hey, this could have some significance to this case.
Who then tipped off the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office. Both agencies say it was a round-the-clock effort to put away the alleged attacker.
Every Minnesotan deserves to be safe, and when a crime is perpetrated against them, we want to be there to identify that person as quickly as possible to remove them from society so they can't harm more people.
That was WCCO's Adam Duxter reporting. The attorney's office says Loritz's first court appearance is set for this morning. Miami Heat fans woke up with a bittersweet feeling after last night's game.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
Personally, I mean, this is what we live, breathe, eat, and sleep. So boating is in our blood.
The 2025 Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show took place over the weekend, bringing in thousands of attendees and plenty of boats. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Bill is a family man. He invests his money wisely and provides a good life for his children. Just one problem. He often opens emails from senders he doesn't know, and his computer is not password protected. One day, Bill checked his bank account and 94% of malware attacks originate from emails. Don't be like Bill. Take your cybersecurity seriously.
From luxury yachts to speedboats, it was a celebration of craftsmanship and life in the water. Boat enthusiasts were over the moon this past week as the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show returned to the Broward County Convention Center.
That's right, Adrian. And it wasn't just the convention center. Boats also flooded the nearby marina. I was there to see the vessels on the water.
Personally, I mean, this is what we live, breathe, eat, and sleep. So boating is in our blood, and it's just a cool experience to be able to come down here. It's beautiful, it's sunny out, so it's been amazing.
Every year, the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show fills the Broward County Convention Center with boats for people to observe and even buy. However,
people can also come out to the Bahia Mar Marina to come see these big boats on the water.
Is one of my favorites. I love seeing the boats in the water. You know, the big convention center shows, it's just a little bit less, you know, this is the environment, right? This is where they're supposed to be.
It's not just boat manufacturers that are displaying their products. Engine companies like Mercury also have displays at the show.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're super proud of it, right? Like we know that we don't get this for free. We have to earn this. We're constantly innovating, constantly doing new products. And so this is our opportunity to see what customers want next, you know?
This week marks the biggest week in offshore power boating, the Key West World Championships. Many of the companies at the boat show gave the inside scoop on what boat racing means for their business.
Week we'll be prepping for the races. We test on Tuesday, race on Wednesday, test on Thursday, race on Friday. You know how it goes, and then the final on Sunday. But our goal is to bring home 2 world championships, but we have a tough battle to fight.
It's a huge event for us, so we're going to have a full team there supporting the races, and so we're really excited about it. It's an awesome opportunity for us to see our customers.
And then we probably have 5 other boats inside the races itself. So. And we've had a lot of success with that here recently, so we're excited to see all that go down.
For those interested in speed, the Offshore World Championships are happening in Key West all week this week, racing from Wednesday through Sunday. And for those less interested in speed, the Miami International Boat Show will arrive in February.
The Miami Heat still struggling to find a win on the road after losing to the Los Angeles Lakers. It was an offensive matchup with the Heat trailing for most of the game. Despite having 4 different players scoring over 30 points, the Lakers proved themselves to be the better team last night. The final score was Heat 120, Los Angeles 130. The Miami Heat will stay in the city of Los Angeles to play the Clippers tonight at 10:30. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I am Dylan Pizet.
And I am Adrian Diaz-Alejo. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.